Hi guys, welcome to another video on my channel. I'm Neil at Italia Autos, and this week I'm going to be giving you a how's it holding up on an Alfa Romeo 147 2-litre twin spark with only 29,000 miles on the clock. Now it's a 2001 51 plate. It is only a basic model in red, but it is more pink than red. We've got a little bit of lacquer peel. We've got some extra added go faster stripes, which aren't going to be to everybody's taste. 16-inch alloy wheels. A little bit of damage on the rear bumper, a little bit of peel there. Again, you can see how pink that roof's gone. It's just lack of age, unfortunately. All Alfa Reds seem to do that. Wheels are in pretty good condition. A couple of little scratches around, but really, for such an old car, 20 years old now, this isn't in too bad of condition at all. Let's have a look at the inside with the lovely velour seats that keep your bum nice and warm. It does have heated seats as well, which is a rare option on the velour seats, so I haven't seen that for many years. I think this car has spent a few years sitting around doing nothing because of the grime and mould on that stalk. Interior, it's all holding up. The interior is all holding up pretty well. But yes, it has only done 29,000 miles. So there we go, the inside isn't too bad, so let's get it on the ramp now and see how well that is holding up, making sure none of the old rust worm has got in there. And before I go any further, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and don't forget to hit that like button down below. Right, let's start at the back. The shroud around the exhaust back box is starting to go, which is probably very understandable considering how old the car is. The underside has been all undersealed. I can't check the condition really of the suspension that well because it has all been undersealed as well. Right, it's still in good shape. There's no rust coming out, or not lots of rust anyway. Your usual rust around a few of the extra parts on the underside, but nothing major at all. I'm not going to be doing a poking and prodding because it doesn't look like anything's going to be causing an issue. It's never been welded anyway. All the suspension components, visual inspection, look okay. The rest of the exhaust looks mighty fine. The subframe has been treated as well, but that looks as though that's not faring as well. You can see the rust starting to come through in a few areas, but again, nothing you wouldn't expect of a car of this age. The brakes could do with changing. They are rather corroded and not covering the whole of the disc. Underside of the engine, can't really see much, but yeah, you can pretty much tell it has only done 29,000 miles. It is all looking pretty well and clean. It does have an oil leak from the top of the engine, so I'm going to say that's a rocker cover leak. I wouldn't get worried about that there being from the inside the gearbox because it does look as though it's coming higher than that. But yeah, everything does look nice and clean and does support the fact that it's only done less than 30,000 miles. The rear brakes are rather corroded as well, so they are going to need sorting out sooner rather than later. There's still about half the life left in the pads. I don't know if you can get to see that. Yes, you can. All the front arches have been rust proofed as well. It is the bitumen stuff, so it's not the best stuff in the world to use, but it's been done at least. Right, let's have a look under the old bonnet now. Oh, instantly it's got this piece of trim here which has normally been thrown away many years ago. It's been a good few years since I've seen one of those left on a 147. Everything's there, everything's present. Nothing is initially jumping out to me as wrong. Even this bit of trim here hasn't gone floppy. This battery terminal cover isn't fitting very well. That's because it's got the wrong battery fitted to it. So it's a lot higher than it should be. Right, that oil leak. Oh yeah, and also the battery isn't tied down. That is still loose here, so that would be an instant MOT fail. That oil leak that I saw earlier, it's not leaking from the front rocker cover gasket, so maybe it is actually coming from the gearbox housing itself. So it might be need a new crank seal that's just aged on it. I Can't see anything up to the head at all. The head looks totally clear of oil. The oil itself inside the car looks relatively clean to me, and the little bit of water inside the oil filler cap is normal. It doesn't mean the head gasket's gone. It's just that that's the best point where the moisture can gather, and it mixes in with the oil. Has it had brake fluid? It has had brake fluid. That's nice and clean, look. Now, has it had the cam belt changed? I would say it possibly has, because there's normally a sticker which resides over here, and that is gone. So I would say that it has had a cam belt at some point in its life. Power steering fluid, nice and clean as well. So not a bad car really for something which is nearly 21 years old probably. And these are actually getting super rare now. You see plenty of the diesel ones and the 1.6 ones around, but the 2 litre twin spark engine 147s, especially in 3-door form, totally disappeared now. There's hardly any of those for sale at all. So it's the sign of the times. The older Alphas are getting rare on the road, just like GTVs and Alfa 155s have before that. So grab them while you can, because there's not going to be many of them left. So that was a quick look around this 147. It isn't holding up too badly at all. I do believe this one is going to be for sale locally. I don't know the name of the company that's selling it, but it's just coming to me for a check over. So if you Google it, you might find it for sale somewhere. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video.